pricing decisions. Price is the only element of the marketing mix that directly affects the income of organizations. For companies with a higher volume of sales and lower profit margin, a small mistake in pricing decisions may affect its whole existence. If company keeps its prices low, it may be able to generate high sales but will be able to make lesser profits. Though the company sales are high, but its profit contribution will be low. Similarly, if the company charges a high price, though its per product profit will be up, but its overall unit sales will be low. In this lesson, we will study aspects and issues related to pricing decisions. It follows from the previous slide that after studying this lesson, you should be able to analyze how prices are decided, analyze the objective of pricing, analyze the factors influencing pricing decisions, enumerate various pricing methods, understand the concept of price sensitivity. Managers can set prices as an addition to what cost they have incurred in developing and marketing the product. In many instances, price is the rupee equivalent of the value of the company's product. It is also money that the consumer is willing to pay for the ownership of the product. Pricing decisions involve the step as decide the price objective, determine the demand, estimate the cost, analyze the competitor's cost, prices and offers, select the final price. While setting the price, the firm may aim at one or more of the objectives from the ones shown on the screen. Maximization of profits for the entire product line. Promotion of the long-range welfare of the firm can also influence the pricing decision. Adaptation of prices to fit the diverse competitive scenario. Flexibility to vary prices in response to changing market conditions. Stabilization of prices and margins. Formulating price policies and setting the price are the most important aspects of managerial decision making. Price is the source of revenue, which the firm seeks to maximize. It is the most important device a firm can use to expand its market share. If the price is set too high, a seller may price himself out. If it is set too low, his income may not cover costs, or at best fall short of what it could have been. However, setting price is a complex problem and there is no fixed formula for doing so. The factors governing prices may be divided into external factors and internal factors. The external factors include elasticity of supply and demand, goodwill of the company, extent of competition in the market, trend of market, purchasing power of the buyer, and the government policy towards prices. The internal factors include the cost and management policy towards gross margin and sales turnover. General consideration for formulating pricing strategy include objective of business, competitive environment, product and promotional policies of the firm, nature of price sensitivity, conflicting interests between manufacturers and intermediaries, routine pricing decisions, active entry of non-business groups in pricing decisions. Cost plus or full cost pricing method can be defined as a method in which the cost base is the full manufacturing cost per unit. Selling and administrative costs are provided for through the markup that is added to the base. Cost plus pricing is especially useful while deciding prices for public utility and for tailored or customized products. Product tailoring involves determining the product design after the selling price is determined. By working back from the price, the product design and the permissible cost is decided upon. This approach takes into account the market realities by looking from the viewpoint of the buyer in terms of what he wants and what he will pay. Cost plus pricing is also helpful for pricing products that are designed to a specification of a single buyer. The basis of pricing is the estimated cost plus gross margin that the firm could have got by using facilities otherwise. Target return pricing is a pricing method in which formula is used to calculate the price to be set for a product to return. A desired profit or rate of return on investment assuming that a particular quantity of the product is sold. Rate of return price is a refined variant of full cost pricing. Naturally, it has the same inadequacies, which is, it tends to ignore demand and fails to reflect competition adequately. It is based upon a concept of cost which may not be relevant to the pricing decision at hand, and overplays the precision of allocated fixed costs and capital employed. Under marginal cost pricing, Fixed costs are ignored and prices are determined on the basis of marginal cost. The firm uses only those costs that are directly attributable to an output of a specific product. A pricing decision involves planning into the future, and as such it should deal solely with the anticipated and therefore estimated revenues, expenses, and capital outlays. In-going rate pricing. Instead of the cost, the emphasis is on the market and market situation. The firm adjusts its own marketing policy to the general pricing structure in the industry. Where costs are particularly difficult to measure, this may seem to be a logical first step in a rational pricing policy. It may also reflect the collective wisdom of the industry. This type of situation leads to a price leadership. Where price leadership is well established, charging according to what competitors are charging may be the only safe policy. It may simply be a way in which firms try to escape the hazards of price in an oligopolistic market. It may be less costly and troublesome to the business than the exact calculation of cost and demand, and has a practical advantage over a highly individualistic pricing policy. Pricing of certain goods become more or less fixed, not by deliberate action on the sellers, but as a result of having prevailed for a considerable period of time. For such goods, change in costs are usually reflected in changes in quality and quantity. Only when the costs change significantly are the customary prices of these goods changed. Customary prices may be maintained even when products are changed. For example, the new model of an electric fan may be priced at the same level as the discontinued model. This is usually so even in the face of lower costs. Companies can also follow a value pricing strategy. The customers perceive the products to be either highly priced, medium priced, or low priced. Similarly, they evaluate the product quality and place them as high, medium, and low. Now let us check if we've understood the various concepts discussed in this lesson clearly. State true or false. In marginal cost pricing method, the firm decides the target return that it expects out of business and then decides the price. Under cost plus method, the price is set to cover costs and predetermined percentage of profit. In going rate pricing, the firm adjusts its own pricing policy to the general pricing structure of the industry. Before we end, let us briefly revise what we've studied till so far. The price of the product of a firm constitutes an extremely important element in this marketing mix. Pricing is of great importance to both the producer or seller and the consumer. The price of a product affects other components of the marketing mix of a firm. A firm will improve the quality of a product, increase the number of accompanying services, and spend more on promotion and distribution if it feels that it can sell its product at a price high enough to cover the cost of these expenses. Prices are also important from the consumer's point of view. To the consumer, prices determine his purchasing power and standard of living. Goods and services offered by various producers at different prices help the consumer to make buying decisions and satisfy his wants in a better way. The price structure of a firm is a major determinant of its success, as it affects the firm's competitive position and its market share. If prices are too high, business is lost. If prices are too low, the firm may not make enough money to run the business in the long run. It has an important bearing on firm's revenue and net profit. With the help of the price, the firm can make an estimate of its revenue and profit. Profit is equal to revenue over price. Price also helps in determining the quantum of production that a firm should carry. The management of a firm can make estimates of profits at various levels of production and prices to choose the best possible action for long-term goals of organizations, like full cost method, target return pricing method, and marginal cost method. These methods do not take care of market condition and current market structure for making a decision. However, the second category of methods is competition-based or market-based methods, in which the prices are decided on the prevailing market condition, and customary pricing methods. There are specific pricing methods like value pricing, seed bid pricing, price, quality-based pricing, and psychological pricing. The marketer needs to initiate price changes as well as respond to competitors' price change.